All right, I don't know what the hell happened there. Apparently, we're having some technical difficulties here. We have a new intro that's being rendered right now, so that's why I didn't run the intro. But welcome to the Helen Greene after party. Thanks again, Helen, for being my guest of honor tonight. It was great having you on the show, now you get to meet a lot of the other folks in the community, which is part of why I do
know
this.
Most of these motherfuckers.
Motherfucker. People call me that all the time. Yeah, motherfucker. And I said, well, at my age.
You're my special motherfucker, Neil.
I have a question for Hell's Bells. What's the best version of D&D?
3.5.
Excellent.
I'm old school.
I have a different answer. Whatever edition everyone has.
Even 4E?
4E
Pathfinder?
I'll accept even 4E over not playing it. 4E actually introduced some interesting mechanics, I think.
Some interestingly bad mechanics, yeah.
Yep. Okay.
This is the old school.
Mooks.
Fuck that 4E shit.
Minions was a good mechanic for making people feel super powerful.
Minions was in 3.5.
Let's all do introductions before we start arguing about D&D.
That's a great idea, Mikey. As a matter of fact, I'll do that right now. The guest of honor, Helen, is with us. The lovely Angie Dell, all the way from Texas, is with us. We got someone who was always in the after parties, but took a break, is back with us. Mr. Jonathan is with us. We also have the sailing master, Stephanie Helms, is with us, and my brother from the other coast, Canadian Hollyman, and of course, the producer and co-host of this very show, Mr. Mikey Fenn.
Who told you?
I was there when we talked about it.
Oh, that's right.
So, Neil, how is the on the other coast when Canada is fake and you're all just filling for the same Tim Hortons?
Well, you don't have to give the secret away. Come on, buddy.
I thought Finland was fake like birds.
I thought we were friends.
Birds are not fake. Birds are cameras.
That's right.
You know what Robin Williams said about Canada, eh? It's a really, really nice loft apartment above a crack den.
Yes.
That's so accurate.
I don't deserve. I already have to live here. I don't need you.
Canada.
North America in general does not deserve Canada.
I'm seriously thinking of getting my dual citizenship to Canada. Like, I'm seriously considering it.
I hate to tell you this, Helen, but there's a nice little funny picture I've often showed where it's got Canada going, hey, I like this, and it's wearing pants, and the U.S. is the pants. Except the fly's open and Florida's sticking out.
I feel called out.
America's swang. That's absolutely true.
I live in America's swing. That's appropriate.
Let me just say something right now,
that's
Canadian.
The case, then that makes Texas the taint.
California, chaos.
So
I'm just
chaos.
I'm just
I was
wanting.
better feeling about Texas being in the armpit.
Good luck with the move, my friend.
That doesn't work with pants.
I just want to point out that Canadians, we know this is a crackdown. We don't need your asses to tell us. Thank you very much. We know. Thank you.
We agree.
Adding to the shape of the states, Alabama is the nutsack.
Yeah, there you go.
The scrote.
Wait. How it's not?
Have you seen the shape of Alabama? The south side of it?
It's a misplaced scrotum.
Okay.
One bagger.
Okay.
So it's like, is Georgia the other part?
Yes.
Is it Georgia?
Is there a possibility of surgical intervention in any way to sort of straighten that?
No. The United States permanently suffers from super testes.
Sweet.
Okay.
Hi, sweet.
Listen.
Hey, sweet.
There's no cream that's going to fix this problem, honey.
Have we tried all of them?
We tried all of them.
America, where the testes are always misplaced.
There's me and Dr. Garcia showed up at our big event, the Canadian Atheist event.
Was that today?
That's awesome.
That's cool.
I didn't know that.
He was down in Seattle. They drove up here to drive around Stanley Park on bikes, and then they joined us for the remainder of the evening. And then they headed right back down to Seattle.
Very proud.
Yeah, it was really cool seeing him because I forgot I was going to bring his book so he could sign it for me because I forgot to take it to the last Faithless Forum, and I was going to give him a sign. Then I forgot to bring all the damn books to sign, but I'm dumb, I'm old, and the memory doesn't work as well.
That's how they get you, Neil. They start selling these books, right? And then you try to take the book that you bought over to get signed. They know you're going to forget. That's why they have more books for you to buy. So then you have to buy another one just so you can get it signed. That's what these authors do.
Well, you saw me buy all of Dr. Josh's books when I was at the Better Conference.
It's a scam. He's the worst one.
Neil, you need to come out with a book so I can buy it from you.
What kind of book am I going to write?
How to Win at Yu-Gi-Oh! By Neil.
How to
be a Pokemon master.
How to be an average player at Yu-Gi-Oh!
How to below average player, you mean?
What you need to do.
How to be mediocre.
Mediocrity.
And like
the Neil's tale.
What you need
I
to
agree
do,
with Hellbound Hillbilly. I agree 100%.
if you want to sell a book, Neil, what you
But,
need to do
yeah.
is fake a conversion to Christianity and then talk about how interviewing all these atheists brought you to Christ. That's what you need to do.
That's it. And that's
You
how
can
you
make a mint doing
and that's
that,
how you
dude,
make
but
money.
you'd be pretty dishonest.
That's how you make the atheist money, Neil.
You know, I could do that, but then it would have to go in the fiction section with all the other Bibles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still want to go into like a bookstore.
I've done that
just
before and I got kicked out.
like move it like the Quran.
'Cause they have a religion section, so it's got all that stuff, including Wicca and everything. It's all in their religious studies.
Or that New Age section where it's like it's also like ancient alien stuff and Wicca.
Yeah.
Or
It's like, please keep that nonsense away from our nonsense. Okay?
right. You know what? I've been listening to Behind the Bastards a lot. I love that podcast, and I learned L. Ron Hubbard. We were talking about bullshit, and I started thinking about ancient aliens, and then I went to L. Ron Hubbard. This is my brain, people. Anyway, so I learned that motherfucker wrote 10,000 words, 5,000 words a day. Like
it's because he got paid by the word.
Yeah, but that's like they would just bring in cover art and they would just show him like what they were going to do for the pulp, comic book or magazine or whatever, and he would make a story just based off the cover art and like there's no proofreading, there was none of that shit. But like that, I was like, that's fucking impressive though.
People think he's nuts, but he was probably borderline genius.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
he was messed up, but
I think you can be
No,
so
there's no-
crazy. I think that's a thing you can do.
Just by the way, that's how they
I don't
used
have
to
a
write
problem.
serials, though, eh? Right? They'd have random pictures of different sci-fi events that were possible covers. They would give them to authors and say, write a story on this picture. If you write a good enough story, then we're going to publish that.
Show us the dog.
Right? So that was a common thing back in the 20s and 30s.
Aww.
Sorry, Neil, there's a puppy.
Sorry. I don't often sit in this chair, and she's like, "Mother, you're here."
I like the background. That's cool.
But I
JR,
just
what
wanna,
up?
like what Sweet was saying that like he is very brilliant. He was a terrible human being, like a trash person.
Yeah.
Not design, but he manipulated the field of psychology and did, wrote a
Here's
book.
my puppy. Good boy.
He understood like self-help concepts and all this
Good
cool
boy.
stuff, and it's very fascinating. That's the thing about cult leaders; they're fascinating people.
especially Bo and Pete.
Oh dear, we've hijacked the stream. I should put her down.
What?
Sorry.
Really?
I always look at animals.
I'm
I know.
sorry, you're such a distraction. You're only the cutest, fluffiest thing in the world.
Amy's awesome. I also have, by the way, Farron, I also have the sticker on
Nice.
Sit down here where they can't see you.
All right, JR. I'm sorry. Dogs are not better than cats.
No, they're not.
Sorry.
They each have their good.
They're both goods in their own way, and
Yes.
they're so lovable and adorable, and adore treats and kisses and squishy scratchies, and that's the most important thing.
By the way, JR, go and watch Netflix and watch the show on cats. That's on there. You will learn a lot.
Yeah.
They can do everything dogs can do. The difference between dogs and cats is the cat he'll let you know when he wants to do it.
Yeah.
Cats are generally dubious.
They're
really.
That's why.
They just sort of look at you and go, "Really, really." Yeah. All right.
I enjoy pleasing you, but it's not top priority. That's kind of how the cat looks at it.
Don't whiz
Dog's
on
like,
the
all I do
electric
is live to
fence."
please you, you know.
Yeah. Cats are, I'll come cuddle with you when I have time.
I feel like as a cat owner, I haven't had a dog in a very long time. Because I'm honestly too lazy for a dog. Like, I don't want to get up early and bring the dog for a walk. I don't want to come home and do it again. I don't want to worry about crating. I don't want to worry about like potty training. Like, and I like dogs. I do. I love them. I visit them and
like
give them
having
the
children.
doves, but I'm too lazy. Cats are such a easy lazy people.
That's how Neil feels about children.
I understand that.
But he likes to be able to hand them back to their parents.
I got that dog on Wednesday, Helen. So I've had him for 3 days. He's like 2.5, maybe. Like they said, he was 3 years old, but we think he's younger than that because he's just so puppyish, and he doesn't. Yeah.
What's his name?
Boomer.
Boomer. Hello.
I've taken him for 3 walks a day every day. This morning, I took him out for 18 holes of disc golf. I played all afternoon throwing a ball with him.
How do you throw the frisbee?
What?
What?
No, I won't let him chase the frisbee. No.
How do you throw it to you?
No, he just came for the walk. Fuck off, you guys.
Jeez. Hey, harsh. Jesus Christ.
Wow,
Anyway.
Whoa.
Fuck, Ollie.
You guys are just being rude. Come on now.
Bringing it.
How did
I'm
you throw
sorry.
the
I'm
frisbee?
sorry. I didn't know it upset you that bad.
If you don't want to tell us how we threw it, that's fine. You don't got to be mean about it. If you don't want to tell us, well, that's fine.
All right. Yeah.
I hooked a little catapult up to his back and he ran around and threw it with the catapult.
See, a confession after all this time. I knew he had some
Come
sort of
clean.
contraption.
Yeah.
We weren't going to steal your dog frisbee secrets.
Well, he wasn't. I was waiting to find out how he did it so I could replicate it.
Do it. I dare you.
Dog launchers.
I'm thinking about going and getting a dog sled for the winter too and hooking him up to it.
Dude, just hook him up to your damn car.
What breed of dog is your pup?
German Shepherd.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Cool.
Direwolf. He's going to be big. He's going to be, when he's finished growing, he's going to be 110 pounds, 120 pounds.
Jesus.
Yeah, he's 90 pounds now, and he's still got to fill out. So
my one of my best friends has a golden retriever named Arrow, and he's a lap dog. Because when I go over there, he's like, Auntie's here, and he's like, I get attentions and stuff like that, and he'll lay on my lap, and then he wants belly rubs, and then I have this 120 pound dog across, like, show me its belly, like, rub my belly, mom. You know, and I'm like,
you're welcome.
you're too heavy. I'm like, you're not a puppy.
Well, it's very dangerous for you to be like leaned over, reaching to pet the dog. So he figured, I'll get right up in her face,
Right.
and lay in her lap, and that way she won't hurt herself.
Right.
Kneeling down.
Very concerned for my safety.
He was being considerate, and I think you're being ungrateful. That's what I think.
That's fair. I will apologize when I see him. And I'm like, I am so sorry. You're trying to take care of me.
Yes.
Take care of my needs.
Yes. He's trying to meet you where you are.
That's right. I just didn't know. That was the was holding us back from truly having a bond.
Our relationship can now blossom.
And now move to the next level of giving extra treats when mommy and daddy aren't looking when I'm over.
Mhm.
That's the best part.
This is Caramel, and she's ridiculously rotten.
She doesn't look rotten at all.
Chihuahua, she's part dachshund. I'm not all sure what all's in there, but
Part communist.
she's a very naughty girl who gets away with so many
Communist.
things because she's
Nazi. Hey.
She wants to disable the change of the system.
she's pretty much the smallest dog around here and the boss. So
Listens to a lot of Rage Against the Machine.
Maybe some
Anarchist.
Radiohead. Some
A little bit of
Radiohead.
that, yeah. Some Radiohead.
the instigator.
Something seriously depressing, that kind of thing. It's great.
I love Radiohead, and I love how depressing it
She
is.
loves
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. So do I, to be honest.
It's my shit. That's my fucking vibe. That's my whole ass vibe.
I'm always like, you should have been hugged more.
I mean-
I feel you, man.
Is
Pull me
Radiohead
out
the
of the
only band
aircraft,
where
pull
every
me out
album
from
got
the
better?
lake. I mean, hey.
What? I'm sorry, what was that? Steve?
Radiohead's probably the only band where every album got better, was better than the previous.
I'd agree with that. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
I wouldn't
grew.
say only band. I'm saying, but I agree with you that they did that. There's probably other bands that have also done that, though.
Everybody's had that stinker in the middle, and they're the ones that have like avoided that. I mean, even Pearl Jam threw out some bad ones.
Would you please go
Well,
away?
Alanis Morissette did the same thing too. Like,
I mean, Yield
Like-
was a pretty bad album.
This is
I don't know.
hilarious.
Soundgarden may be that one.
Yeah, Soundgarden's got some solid
like
tracks.
Soundgarden.
Some
Like,
solid
I'm thinking
tracks.
some older bands too, right? Like, I mean,
Hands
I
all over
can't think
big
of,
dump sex.
I can't think of anything bad that Pink Floyd really did.
The Wall's pretty rough.
No, it isn't. I love the
I
Wall.
fucking love
I do
it.
too.
I love that album. I will
Yeah.
go through. I will go for like a few years where I don't listen to The Wall, and then I have the movie, and I get stoned and watch that, and then I listen to The Wall for like a couple weeks. Like I have to do this ritual with Pink Floyd every like 2-3 years. It's like okay, like yeah, all
I
right.
like
Yeah.
watching.
I need some.
I
I
like
need some old
listening to
pop rock.
Dark Side of the Moon. Dark Side of the Moon with Wizard of Oz.
I had a buddy of mine back when I was a teenager who basically created his own role-playing game. It was a sci-fi setting, and he ran his sessions influenced and inspired by listening to The Wall and Dark Side of the Moon. That was what inspired his game sessions. So
Vanilla
some of his
Ice-
games were way the fuck out there.
Vanilla Ice had some really good stuff, you know.
Vanilla Ice.
You remember him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's his actual name? Something Van something.
Don't-
I know, but he's
Van Wilder.
Robert.
still working.
Oh yeah, he's making
He's
bank.
a hardworking motherfucker.
He's in a lot of movies in the early 2000s. Wasn't he in Scott Wilder versus the World or Scott Pilgrim versus the World?
I didn't
Scott
see.
Pilgrim.
Yeah.
He does like house renovation.
He was like the DVD or CD shop manager or something like that.
Welcome back, Alma.
Hi, Elma.
Got some dogs.
Yeah. Somebody was saying that Amy Newman is over on Modern Debates, which I don't sub to that channel because I think the shit to watch on there is just a waste of fucking time. But they're doing a flat Earth debate, and there's no debate, people. The Earth isn't fucking flat, so stop debating flat Earth, okay? Like,
Yeah,
don't
are
be
you
idiots.
really going to make me tell it to you again, Neil?
What's that?
You really,
Yeah.
really?
Well, no, they were telling me
The
that
Earth
Amy
is
Newman's
flat.
wearing the same shirt.
The Earth is
You're-
flat, though.
No,
It's
the
not.
elves left.
Kevin,
The elves have
the
left
Earth
for
is
the
covered-
Undying Lands.
No,
The
no.
Earth is covered by approximately
No.
70% water. That water is not carbonated. The world is flat.
Fair. Fair.
Grown.
Oh, you just science.
Grown.
Fair.
Grown. Yeah.
Barely.
Nice joke. Yeah,
I don't
nerd.
think that was science so much as it was semantics.
The world used to be flat,
Sound is
though.
smart.
Fucking nonsense is what it is.
Listen, if I had a couple brain cells less, that almost sounded smart.
That's
Well,
cool.
Helen,
There he
if
is.
you're a Lord of the Rings fan, you would know that the Earth was flat, but then the elves left for the
Yes,
Undying
and
Lands, and Eru Iluvatar made it round.
Yep.
Okay,
yeah.
so that's why
But all
Legolas
the
was
roads
still
were
able to-
banned.
That makes sense for Middle Earth, but this
Yeah.
is
It
not
makes sense
Middle
because that's why Legolas was able to see so far out. Because if the Earth was curved, he wouldn't have been able to see as far as he did.
It was
No,
curved.
but
when it
he's
was
tried that before.
during the movies.
Legless?
Earth-
Did you say legless? Is you?
I don't want to talk to you anymore, Ollie.
Ollie's a bad person. For that joke, that makes you a bad person.
Who the hell
You know what? I love
is
that.
going to carbonate the ocean?
I love that I appreciate as I get older that like I am still a nerd and there are other nerds that are going to nerd out with me, and that just makes me so happy as I get older.
To answer the
Oh, yeah.
question in chat,
Good nerd.
There we go.
Talking. Ollie, you smoke pot?
or
It's shocking, I know.
maybe I took it out of this one today. I can't remember. Or
You know,
It'll
things
just
that
show
are
off.
it might have
about-
come out of it might have come out of that one. I'm not really sure. Or actually, yeah, it came out of that one. That one's why that one's so empty.
Who's
I
Ashley?
don't actually qualify as a nerd, and I'm
the
just
things I can-
appreciative that nerds are very kind to dorks.
We are. We try to be.
I don't touch this stuff.
we understand there's a divider,
There
you
is-
know, but we have to,
I'm
we-
not a stupid idiot or anything, but I'm definitely a dork.
You are a nerd, Angie. Nice try. You're not. You're not cooler
I
than us.
wish.
You're not cooler
I
than us.
haven't
You're like,
seen all the Star Wars
wow.
movies.
Wow,
I
I'm
don't
so
play.
cool.
I played
so
Dungeons and
edgy.
Dragons once in like 1983.
That makes you're a nerd.
And I was the
you're-
only girl in the room with a bunch of freaking teenage boys, and it was horrible,
Yep.
and I never wanted to
You're
play.
in like 5%. You're in like the top 5% of all nerds. Most nerds have never played D&D. You're one of us, Angie. Don't try to separate from us.
Yeah, I
You're
know.
one of us now.
I like Star Trek better than anything.
That's
So
fine.
That
The
sounds like
only
a nerd
thing that
show.
throws
That's
me
acceptable.
even close to the
What
nerd.
about Orville? Orville's.
I like the
goodness.
Orville, but I don't want to pay for Hulu. It makes me angry that I have to pay more
Get
money.
somebody
for
password.
Fucking download it.
Get somebody password.
Firefly was. better
Listen,
than
you just
Star
got to get
Trek.
passwords. Like
Yeah.
I have Disney Plus and Hulu because I have my friend's password, and I just
Word.
pay for Amazon and Netflix.
I can't do
So
that.
I'm watching, and Paramount Plus because there's some good shit on that. So
Yeah, there is.
so Evil just ended. I'm like, can't wait for season 4.
Paramount Plus
Really,
too.
really enjoyed Only
Netflix.
Murders in the Building. I thought
I
that was
haven't started that
hysterically
one yet.
funny.
That's
It's so funny.
I have to.
It's
I'm gonna
so- it's
finish.
really good.
I'm
First
finishing
thing-
up. I'm sorry.
First thing that what's his name? From
I called season 2 for Only Murders in the Building.
the guy from Second City Television that's in the show with Steve
Well,
Martin.
there's-
Oh,
Martin
Martin
Short.
Short.
Martin Short.
Martin. Is it Martin Short?
Yes.
Yeah.
What the
That's
are
right.
you?
Yeah, yeah. It's the
I know I
first.
wanted
It's
to
the
see
Even
first,
that fucking dog knows it was Martin Short.
You just said Martin
the first
Short.
show he's been in a while.
I'm kind of.
did see
I'm
him.
actually looking forward to it with Selena Gomez. So I think it'll be.
I read his-
I'm finishing Peacekeeper, and then I
Peacemaker?
think we're gonna try. Yeah, and Clark. We're finishing Peacekeeper. We have to finish Peacekeeper and Clark, which I totally recommend on Netflix.
Did you see Peacemaker on HBO?
I read
Which
his
one?
autobiography.
Peacemaker?
We're almost done. I have 2 more episodes.
It was hard.
It's so good.
Peacemaker, yeah. I
So
enjoyed that.
good.
I do the
So
intro
fun.
dance every time.
Yes.
Do ya?
Yes.
I never skip it. I never skip it.
I never skip it either. I'm just like, yes, yes, please, yes.
I have a PVR so I can watch it whenever I want.
Jonathan, I just had a question for you. Do you really want to taste it?
Do you?
Do I?
Do you really?
Blam.
Got to do some drawing shit.
I'm confused. I try to look
Me
at the
too,
chat
but-
and then I forget there are people talking to.
That show has reminded me how much early 90s, late 80s hair metal I listened to as a 14-year-old girl.
Yeah.
So much. I'm like, oh, I remember this. Oh, I remember this too.
Seriously.
The soundtrack
this is terribly good.
the soundtrack for that show is killer.
It is killer. It is the shit.
Oh, hi, Wonder Lady.
Oh, James Gunn was just like, I'm just gonna start listening to a lot of like like 80s hair metal, like which is a dark 80s, and he's like, and then I'm gonna make this a part of my TV series that I'm doing about a trouble superhero.
Just give me all the hair bands, all of it. Hair Nation on Sirius XM.
You should definitely. You should go watch Peacemaker then, just so you can dance around the house.
T1000's in
I
it.
would love that.
You have to watch it. The T1000's in it. It's great.
Oh yeah, I still don't like him. If he was my next door neighbor, I wouldn't lend him a shovel. I wouldn't give him fucking milk, sugar. I wouldn't give him shit.
I would poop on his lawn.
Why don't you fucking run down the street at 40 miles an hour, you fucking cybernetic asshole from the future?
Oh shit.
Is that what it is? Okay. So the $6 Million Man reboot kind of thing?
No, didn't you see Terminator?
Oh, Terminator, yeah.
Yeah.
Remember the second one?
Sorry.
The second one with the Terminator that was like liquid metal and all that shit?
Yeah.
That actor is in Peacemaker. He's his dad. And I just hate him because he was the evil Terminator.
Because he was the bad Terminator.
Yeah, he's a bad guy to me because he's a liquid metal man.
So that it's like, you know,
Oh yeah.
It just
I'm prejudiced against the guy who played RoboCop. What's his name with the lips?
Oh,
Yeah.
I
just
know
him in anything else anymore. And it's like, oh my god, it's RoboCop. The lips.
Oh, no. That's gonna be a thing, Angie.
Oh shit.
I'm sorry. At least I didn't start singing Phenomenon.
Do do do.
There it is.
So my roommate just sent me a Facebook message with a tweet that Elon Musk did a little while ago that says, "Why is there no flat Mars society?" And then the Flat Earth Society replied to him and said, "Hi, Elon. Thanks for the question. Unlike the Earth, Mars has been observed to be round."
Oh wow.
Oh my.
No, my brain just broke.
Ow, that hurt my brain.
I know. Every time you say, "Well, we know the Earth is round because we've got pictures of it and stuff like that," well, those are CGI. It's all
or you have a curved lens. It's a curve. There was some guy. I was on Hannah and Jake's channel, fucking around, and Hannah was doing a stream on these people. One person believed that the fact that NASA had released a video on how they go to the bathroom, go to the bathroom on the International Space Station, like what the whole procedure was. What I thought was really interesting, because it was this whole fucking complicated thing. The people that don't believe in space, like people are actually up there and stuff, thought they had made the video and faked the whole thing. Mm-hmm. I'm like, who would go through this 20-minute video about how to use the bathroom on the International Space Station to fake being in space? Like, why would you?
Take it easy.
Where?
You bring this up. The next thing you know, there'll be a bunch of people complaining about, not gender-neutral bathrooms on the International Space.
Yeah, it's just one bathroom.
That's got to be one of the dumbest things humans have come up with.
There's another question. How would you find people to shit themselves on spacewalks that they faked? Like, how would you find that if it weren't real?
What?
True. But I don't
Tell
know.
me how to shit.
I'm assuming you've seen such things with your eyes. I
Look
have
at that.
not, so I can't
I have
say
not
for
either.
sure.
You can
but-
watch people suiting up, and that is part of the fact. People shit themselves on spacewalks. That is just
Really?
a thing that happens.
Well, yeah, if they're in the suit and you
Well,
got
that's
to tragic.
tragic.
There's nothing you can do. But we know this.
You're gonna
but
have to.
I mean,
I'm not
are we
sure.
talking?
You can't run back inside to go to the bathroom. It's not like a screen door that you can just bust through.
You mean there's not a hall pass?
Gotta go. Gotta
There's no
go.
sliding glass door that you as a
Oh.
6-year-old can throw open and run to the run
They
to
have
the
to do
shooter
the
while your
stanky
dad
leg
screams,
and
"Close
shake
the
it
door!
out at
We're
the
not air
bottom."
conditioning the whole neighborhood."
Neil
NASA
over
paid
here is
people to develop
Neil
a
over here is just fucking appalled at how his channel is being completely destroyed. By
He's happy.
He's
Look at him.
he's thinking of how to shit in space. Don't.
Trying not to laugh. That's all.
There's a lot of suction involved, I've learned.
It's like I
I'm
hate it when
thinking-
girls take over the
There's a lot
channel.
of suction.
They have to stay in the suit while they're out there after they poop themselves. Like I'd be like,
Oh, they have
Neil,
they paid people to develop maximum absorbency garments.
We're just
Also
it's
known as
gonna,
a
I
fucking
mean,
adult
if the
activity.
only other
or there's
option
a little
is
suit open
dying,
up and it shoots out.
you
or
know,
something.
I figure I could poop anywhere where the only other option is dying. So
Yeah.
I think it kind of balances itself.
I'm gonna put a little crack in my suit. I'm just gonna
No.
break the seal real quick down by my butt, and the suction will
Super space.
snatch the
Don't
shit
they
right off
rotate
of me.
jobs on the space
And
station?
then-
Hey man, it's
then
Mario
I'll zip it back
in the
up.
suits. I'm gonna go
Didn't
ahead and go.
Austin Powers do that to Mini-Me?
What?
I don't know.
Yes.
The third-
He did.
Who the fuck is talking to Austin Powers?
Why do
No,
I remember
it's ready.
these things? Thank you, Ollie.
Where
Like
did
I
that even
blocked
come
that
from?
out.
Mr. Neil,
Yes.
Random. So random.
the lights and camera are ready. Just ready for you to say action.
Oh,
What?
the new intro.
Mm-hmm.
Let's
Oh.
see it.
Okay, we still have to do an outro too.
We can use the same outro.
He's trying to get rid of us.
No. It's just
Okay.
he's
just
gonna
wants
air
to-
the new
He's
intro
gonna
for the
watch it.
channel.
Making sure I wouldn't get kicked out for talking about poop.
No,
Before
we always
do
talk
that-
about poop.
Okay.
Before we do that, there was I think it was I can't remember if they were Can't Kill Yourself at the time or they were the whatever the Johnny Knoxville was
Jackass.
after that. Jackass.
Yeah.
Where the big dude had the space helmet on. And I think it was the little
And the guy was
fucking
shitting
farted
and
in
farting
it.
on the other
No,
end of it.
no.
Holy-
Hush, Ollie. I'm muting you. You have to hush. Can't think. Say everything you think.
And the other guy farts in the tube and he goes in and it's all you just see it just fills up with puke. It's like, that's
so
nasty
bad.
ass fucking shit. Man.
I love watching
Anyway.
you. Like, you guys are like an old married couple. Like,
I'm married to this guy. All right, you ready?
The best parts of those is when they everyone be sleeping, they run up and slap them in the face right when they're hovering over them and fart them while they wake up.
Oh, that's
Pink eye gone. Pink eye everywhere.
Yeah, big guy everywhere.
The
All
giant
right.
slap hand with the flour on it that they catch people coming through the doors with, and just send the guy flying. Fuck, it was fun.
All right, here we go. The new intro and roll it.
Hey, that's awesome.
I love it.
Ollie,
What was
Ollie,
that room?
Well done.
I like that
Well
last
done.
one that had
Got
me
that
named
too.
Tons of Mouse.
That was sick. I love it.
Ah,
What was that last
well done.
room there?
It's
That last one was like 2 days ago where I was named Tons of Mouse.
Ant-Man versus Thanos. Versus Thanos' butt? Is that
Yeah.
what it is?
Who has better butt?
versus Thanos butt. Who wins?
That was a theory when Infinity War was coming out or Endgame was coming out, where it was like Ant-Man's gonna go microscopic, go up Thanos's butt,
Oh yeah, that.
and unsmall himself, and then just destroy Thanos from the inside.
And that's exactly what he could do if he wanted
That
to.
would work. Yeah.
Ant-Man would win every single
We'd
time.
need a spacesuit
I
though.
don't know about that.
No.
He wears one.
Yep. No,
No.
he would win
The Hulk's
every
tough enough
single
that he
time.
can go inside the Hulk and try that, and Hulk would just go "Arr!" and squeeze
Yeah.
him back down to mini size.
The glutes on the Hulk.
Right? You gotta know that anus is like a
Okay,
trash
hold it,
compactor, man.
Hold it. Ant-Man can also do Giant Man too, which
No
is
way.
another one.
It's the Hulk.
Yeah, that is
So
true.
he could. Ant-Man wins
Hulk let us
every
hot,
single
I'm sorry.
time
You just see.
because he could go so microscopic that Thanos wouldn't even know he was there. He could go into fucking pore. That's how small he can get, and then he could just expand into Giant Man and ball game over.
I actually have some footage of what that would look like. So Thanos would just be.
Why is your face the example?
I don't.
He's just like, oh, bigger, you say?
Here's a
Go on.
question.
Go on, then, little man.
Okay,
Let's
so
go.
you know how
More.
Ant-Man can get
More.
down like to
He
like
could go
the size of a
subatomic,
sabotage. Okay, so
like
if
quantum.
Thanos was going to wipe out the universe, so let's say Ant-Man was in subatomic, like would he have been dusted if he's like a subatomic particle?
Well, we know from the
Ooh.
movie that he wasn't.
I know, but I'm just this is a theoretical like I'm just
Jeez,
asking.
Ollie.
That's-
I mean, Neil.
Neil's just a fun hater.
Not
Well,
seen any of
and
this
he's-
shit.
and we
I
don't
have
know
no
if he
fucking
was
clue
just
what y'all
one
are
of the
talking
random
about.
halves or not. Right?
What the hell is a Thanos? I
Well,
don't even know.
How?
the bad guy from the Marvel movies in
Yeah.
the
No.
last phase.
What happens if you're smaller than the dust that he turns you into?
That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, that is a good question.
See,
It sounds a
Because
lot
if
like
you're
that
subatomic,
conversation during that 1983 Dungeons and Dragons game I played. Like, okay, maybe I am a nerd.
See,
Told you.
See, that's how you get here.
I guess so.
Called it.
It just all crosses into each other. Marvel, D&D, Lord of the Rings.
I was a band geek.
Right.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh,
Do I
you're
have to talk
definitely a
about Lego
nerd.
again?
You're definitely a nerd. You fucking marched in parades. You're a nerd. Get in
You
here.
bet your ass I did, and I cry when I go to parades now because I miss marching in the parade.
What? You liked
I
it?
want to be in the parade, dude.
Oh my god, that was the worst part of marching band. Was the fucking you're in this fucking wool fucking bullshit outfit. You look like a damn redcoat from fucking 1775.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's fucking beating sun. It's fucking the middle of the summer. The sun is cooking you,
Hey, I did
and you're
it
on
in
blacktop
Texas.
and stupid shoes.
You can't kill me. I did it in Texas, man.
I
This is
was
the
on a
purpose
drill
of the
team.
sun here, so
Back when y'all had weather.
yeah.
I was on a
We've
drill
never had
team, and then I
weather.
was in band playing the bass, and then I was the band leader, the guy that was in front with the baton thing, throwing it up in the air and shit.
Wait, playing
I did all
bass?
that
The
shit.
guy you get the drum
the
major.
big bass drum.
Oh,
You're the drum
I
major.
started off playing the big bass drum, and
Oh.
then got switched to the band leader. So
I loved being in band. Loved it.
Alma, you tell your friend that that's not possible because he can go instantaneously big. There is no
Mm.
feeling him grow. He goes
Mm.
instantaneously big.
Mm.
he doesn't
Like
because they show him go bing, 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 bing.
That's
Through
movie
stages
effects,
of getting
buddy.
big.
No,
They show him through even in the comic books. They show him through going through stages of getting big. I disagree with
dude.
that statement.
he doesn't. He can
Fine.
go instantaneously.
Yeah, the visuals never match up with the explanations anyway.
Right. And of course they do it in the comics because it's drawn that way to give
Yep.
the effect of growing bigger.
Yeah, exactly.
But he's even says
It's
that
a
he can go-
cartoon, for fuck's sake.
But
Here,
Doesn't matter.
Ollie, man,
Doesn't matter.
Each
It's all
stage
part of the canon.
of small, medium, large, huge takes one plank second. So it's so quick.
Like the
that
Big Bang.
Thanos
It's so
couldn't
fast.
react.
Yeah,
he could
I
not.
like
Okay.
what he said. What Sweet
But
said.
you just said that it wasn't instantaneous, right?
That
But
wouldn't be
it's just 4
instantaneous.
plank seconds.
I
no,
don't
but
care.
it still happens
But did
too
you
fast
just
for
say
him
it
to
was
be
not
fast. That's what he
instantaneous?
said.
What's the
At that
difference?
speed, it might as well be.
Yeah, at that point, it's
Might as well be. Is not what we're asking.
No, that's not what you're asking. Don't try to put that on us now, like that was our argument. No. Now you're
Fucking
there, buddy.
splitting hairs here, buddy.
Right down to the plank length.
I'm feeling
We're
argument.
splitting plank length hairs, right?
Plank hairs.
Plank hairs.
Don't you watch The Boys?
Yep.
I need
guy
to watch
that
The Boys.
They could go really small, and they showed the big orgy scene, and somebody scared him, and he got really big and blew his sex partner up.
Yep.
Same thing.
Spoiler.
Yep.
I'm okay with any spoilers.
Oh,
That was season
The thing
3.
about Ant-Man that worries me though is like he could go around doing whatever he wanted to with women, and then he could just like shrink himself and then go kill the sperm.
What?
Just sitting there with his little laser
who
blaster.
said that?
Who
Why
the
did you go
fuck
so
adds
dark
that
on
to a
that
conversation?
Yeah, why is that so dark, dude? What?
I just did it to see Neil's face react.
Well, on that bombshell, Mikey's gonna go smoke some weed. All right.
Oh, it's him. Okay.
Well, it was nice having my channel on YouTube.
I missed
Oh,
something.
it's disturbing. If you go, you didn't. It's
You know.
Oh shit!
Yeah, you could do abortions. Yes, absolutely, you could. You could perform abortions for ladies.
No, he wouldn't produce abortions because he could go in and kill the sperm before they fertilize the egg.
Are we still on my Ant-Man talk?
Wait, are you telling me Ant-Man can wrestle his own sperm?
Yes.
now we're talking about Ant-Man raping people, so they're like it's really
Yeah, I know.
dark. So yeah.
Yeah, that was the lead
It's
into that. You could do
really
whatever he wanted
dark.
and then do this. So that's why I said it's dark.
Wow.
It's dark. Where do you go
Wow.
with this, dude?
I was not trying to imply unconsensual things.
Yes.
Really?
What you did
I'm
is-
sorry. I'm
Thank you.
picturing Ant-Man with like a bit and bridle and a cowboy hat just riding around in a uterus on his own sperm, you know? Like
I'm not supposed to laugh at that, but that is funny. Just like a little mental picture.
give me a little bit. I'm gonna
scarf
teach my
with a little saddle on it. That's kind of funny.
give me a little bit. I'm gonna teach myself Adobe Animate. I'll be back with this.
That's why I
You
don't.
got,
want
you
to
got a
Don't-
pencil and a piece of paper in your hand. Just draw it.
Nope. This needs to be animated.
This is
Thank
why
you,
I don't
Jordan.
want
Oh my
to
God.
have
Yes.
stuff because there's some shit they can come up with, man. I'm just like, oh, I could have gone my whole life without seeing that. Okay.
Oh shit!
I'm like an Ant-Man.
I didn't grind any weed.
Oh,
Damn
better
it!
do
Mikey.
that. You want to borrow my grinder? Okay.
Yeah.
Use
Are you gonna
scissors.
mail it to him? So
You want to borrow my weed?
yes,
Yeah, I'll just wait here
I'll
for
just
4 to 5 business
borrow
days.
your weed.
Yeah.
right.
It's all of this, so about 4 to 5 business days.
You can
Unfortunately, I
share
don't think we
weed.
can
What are you
cross the
talking
border.
about? You can borrow weed. They just
I've got
have to
some
throw it
weed
back in your
ready
face.
to go right here.
Nobody heard what I said.
My weed
That
stash.
cracked
can.
me up.
See?
My weed stash thing, box, whatever you want to call it.
Looks
Tupperware
like
thing.
a regular can until you take the top off.
Yes.
That.
How much does it have in it?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's for Neil to hide his
Ask me a
weed.
question and then look away. I got a couple bags in there.
Here you go.
That's where Neil
Oh.
hides his legal marijuana.
That's correct.
Yeah.
What? You don't
You are
have
correct,
this.
sir.
I do. I have legal
Yes,
marijuana as
Charlie.
well.
Neil's hiding
What?
his sodas and his beer. Like you don't have to hide.
Jesus, Holly. What the fuck, my friend?
It's not legal here. I only talk about it. I don't show it off.
Don't try this at home. Always
That-
professional.
There's no evidence.
That's how much I busted up yesterday for the weekend. That's I don't know.
Don't
Yeah,
it drive
89
really
grand.
fast that way?
For the
Yeah.
fucking weekend?
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
And Angie, you better be careful. I hear that they're paying people to snitch on other people in Texas. So
That's
Who knows?
right.
Maybe weed will be next.
I'm at the stage of my life where if I go to jail for a month or two, it'd be like a vacation. So it's okay. My parents are dead, and that's the only people I ever cared about finding out. And it's like, I'm okay now. Like, I don't care.
I go to my parents' place
my-
and sit in the back deck and smoke right in front of them.
Yeah, I don't.
That's
Never
since
did.
legalization. Stuff
my
like
parents
that
found me out. My parents found me out in my teens. It wasn't exactly all that hard to.
Yeah.
Like, oh, what's this? Well, it's marijuana. What the fuck do you think it is?
It's oregano.
But my
Ask my
parents
wife.
have known I've smoked dope since my mid-20s.
Asked
I
my
They
wife the
found
other
that when I
day if she
was
would
younger,
smoke
I
a
would
joint.
not be
She
here talking to you today because
My
I would have been postpartumly aborted.
summer, like when I was in my 30, like I think it was in my 30s, my dad was telling the story that he got a couple times he got really stoned. One time he was on a cruise ship and he was on the deck with some younger guys, and they're like, here, old he was like in his 50s, and they're like, here, old timer, and they hand him a joint, and he got high and he couldn't remember how to get back to the bathroom in his room, so he
Sounds like nightmares I've had.
so he got to the room, but he couldn't find the doorknob, and my mom's like laying in bed, like, Ray, what are you doing? And starts yelling at him, and my dad is literally on his hands and knees on the floor trying to find a doorknob to the bathroom in their cabin, which was hilarious. And then another time he told me that I was at a Jimmy Buffett concert, and it was just one of those really weird things where you're like, my dad, when I was growing up, like when he caught me with weed, he was not happy about it, but like then he starts telling me, like, he's like, I've done this and I've done this and blah blah blah, and I'm like, oh my god, Dad.
Can't see that.
Make Jonathan full screen.
Full screen.
Yeah, go.
Mikey's gone. Neil, you could.
Mikey. Oh, I still don't know what that is.
Ant-Man riding a sperm with a cowboy hat and a harness.
Ant-Man riding cowboy hat.
Well,
Yeah, brilliant.
Okay. I suck at Pictionary, just saying. Even if they're good at it, I'm like, oh, I don't know what that is.
No,
I
that
think Jonathan would be rather good at Pictionary.
Probably. I am not. Whether
That is a
I
flex,
or
Jonathan.
yes, it doesn't matter. That's just not my game.
I do not draw particularly well compared to some people, but I do draw very quickly.
Well, I do not let my inability to distinguish what was going on there come
Oh no, I didn't.
any place of attitude towards your art abilities, because I live with young children and
That's
I spend most of my day going, oh, that's a pretty picture. What is it? Like, my brain is tired. I'm not going to figure that shit out. Okay, tell Granny what that is. I don't know. That still didn't come out right.
Anybody see Jordan B. Peterson's triumphant return to Twitter today?
Yeah, and he got his tweet deleted again.
I was.
Naming.
What did he
reported
say?
him. Oh,
Jackass.
he said he had to do some bookkeeping on his Twitter account, so he deleted his tweet about Ellen Page. But undeterred, here's the screenshot of the tweet. Because I am determined not to let the forces of oppression silence me, and so he got his ass kicked off Twitter again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was dead
What an
naming
idiot.
Elliot Page for forever.
Yeah.
He's a sad little boy. So sad. He's a sad.
He appeals to a section of men who feel lost and left out. And I think
he's a self-help guru cult leader.
Yeah.
One of those kind of people.
And I think the left.
I can hear you guys talking about me.
I think the left would do what would do. It would be wise for the left to learn how to reach out to those people before they reach people like Jordan Peterson.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, before fascist Kermit gets any more power.
It's just Kermit.
Well,
It does
Sounds
sound
like
like
Kermit.
a drug.
that was a big focus of Better. It's like, how do we actually reach these people before they go
Yeah.
completely haywire?
Yeah.
We were talking that on the ACA on the Discord. We were talking about what we do as people that we see going down these really dark places, and not feeling secure. They don't feel safe. Everybody's telling them that, like, this person's bad, that person's bad. Like, this is the reason all your problems, and they're in a dark place. But where's the line between I'm trying to help you, or at what turn are you too far? That's a hard place to see.
The TFGs, you know right away. I think that's kind of like the Supreme Court. You know them when you see them. There's a lot of people, and this is kind of an anarchist take, that just make a damn sandwich and start outreaching to people. Our mantra is make a bunch of sandwiches and go hit the street and feed people. And you'll make a lot more friends, and you'll make a lot more, and you'll learn more about how the world actually is than you will sitting in there donating to a faceless charity.
Yeah.
And
that's why I did the blankets thing one year, or a couple of years actually. Go downtown.
And so that's
blankets.
that's something you do. That's something that we do with our kids, is we make sandwiches and we go down to the downtown and hand them out. But as far as like reaching 14 to say 25-year-old young men who are feeling lost in a society that they think has left them behind before Jordan gets rid of them, I think you need to be able to tell them where they have a place with us, that they can feel like they can flourish.
Like, my son is 18 and he's shy. He's a little bit more sensitive. He's been very much an introvert. And I remember I was so afraid that he would get sucked into this idea just because he's not living up to certain potential, because he's revealed certain vulnerabilities to me about, like, how growing up as a young man, if there was things that he thought were cute or more girly, his dad would like shame him for liking those things, like being a little bit more vulnerable. And when he's told me this stuff, I was like so afraid that somehow, like, I didn't want someone like Jordan B. Peterson like those messages to get a hold of him, because I want young men to understand that if you find something cute and you want to cuddly, it's fine. If you like something girly, it's fine. If you want to try different clothes, it's fine. Like, it doesn't fucking matter. And that was always my fear, that he would gravitate toward this toxic masculinity. It's not okay to be vulnerable. It's not okay to be real kind of thinking. Because that's the scary part. Because at least bigotry and bad ideas and not being kind to other human beings, like, and that at least inequality. And that's the thing that's so scary.
I agree with that 100%.
Even against my mother's wishes, I learned that there's very few people on this planet that can actually control me. So as long as I don't do a certain couple of things, there's not a whole bunch a lot of people can do to stop me. They can try to make my life hell, but newsflash, jackass, my mom moves every fucking 2 years anyway. I'm not even going to remember you dicks. So it's not really all that important to me. So maybe the
daughters
movie
and granddaughters, so I still have to teach my daughters and granddaughters to be afraid of your son, even though your son is probably a wonderful human being. But in general, I have to teach them, don't trust them. You cannot trust what they say to you. You can't trust, especially at certain ages. There's only one thing they really care about, and anybody who denies it is full of shit. And it's just. It's very scary.
It's Pokemon and then boobs. Don't get it confused.
Horrifying right now.
Pokemon comes over boobs though. Don't get it twisted.
What?
Yeah.
What
their
did you say?
Their favorite video game beats boobs. Like, if everybody's playing a video game and a girl wants to come over, I'm going for the fucking video game. Like, if we get a LAN party going. Oh yeah, sorry, honey. I'll see you on the weekend maybe. No, but the boys are coming over tonight.
See, but
not all men.
The key is to play video games when there's also boobs. Like there could just be boobs out and video games.
Yeah.
That's what you want.
We'll be millionaires by sunrise.
That's right. Praise the titty.
Boobs always work.
There's where you lost your monetization, Neil. Right there.
Oh no, I've had much worse.
Yeah. So money's long gone.
When the girls start talking and everybody goes to their phones.
I was talking.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm evolving Pokemon right now. So
Yeah, man, you got to clean up that sack, Neil. Your sack is looking a little dirty over there.
I know, right?
Hey, Mikey, I just sent you a picture of Jordan Peterson.
Oh no. I'm so sorry.
I should turn myself into a lobster right now. I think.
I had lobster for supper tonight. It was so good. It was so damn good.
I'm sorry. I just had a thought because of tons of pee in the chat. Pokemon ass and Pokemon boobs.
I like it. I like it very much. I think that's good. Tons of boobs. Yeah.
I'm a little confused because I thought Pokemon was a kids game. Is it not? Don't hit me.
It's been a kids game for the past 25 years. It means
it's a game for whoever wants to play.
Okay, gotcha. Well, my 8-year-old likes to play Candyland, but it's not really my bag. So
listen, Angie, I tried to pretend that I'm too cool for school, but I'm not too cool for school.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means. I'm sorry.
Candyland is the loosest term game I've ever played in my life. That is barely a game. That is barely a game.
Because it's designed for little people who cannot count yet. They can take your cell phone and call Japan. Like kids are highly capable. Candyland is an insult to children. That is not a game.
Listen, unless you can get like a Pikachu. You get one of those.
You know what's a good game for kids? Clue. Clue is an awesome game for kids.
Give the kid a dice.
It made them work on
Mr. Mustard in the conservatory.
Well, no,
with a candlestick.
They had to figure out what happened. It made them develop their
It's a fun game. I still love the movie with Tim Curry.
Oh, I remember that.
It was so good.
And just so you know, I have a version of Clue called Dungeons and Dragons Clue, so it's not Mr. Mustard. It's the dwarf Rogar did it in the dragon's lair with the wand of magic missiles. Right?
Magic missiles?
Yeah.
That sounds like a good time.
Yeah, it does.
Magic heat-seeking moisture missiles?
Oh, Lord.
That's a great
If you really want them to be that way, Neil, that's up to you. That would be your own flavor on
The
it.
sorcerer did it in a small room while casting fireball.
Yep.
See, I think if somebody died from a fireball, you wouldn't have to be looking for evidence of that. Like, once you found the person, you'd know.
I remember one time I was running a game, and my friend's son, I started like the storyline, and at the end of it, he like killed a main character I needed, and
bastard.
Well, it was worse because he had an ability that person didn't even exist. So once they were removed from that reality, nobody remembered who they were, that they even existed, which really fucked me up because I had a whole campaign built around like with this particular character, and he was involved in the plot. Doesn't exist. So everything I had done before that led up to that person was gone. I was like blank. I was so mad.
Yeah, I would have been too.
I was so mad. I was like, what am I going to do now? Then I spent and then after they left, I had to spend another 2 weeks writing. So
I guess you can't like go halfway through and get halfway into it and then just decide to create like a resurrection spell or something to bring this person back and fix it all.
There's a spell to do that, but boy, it's costly.
Oh boy.
It's hard to do.
They're like they wrote a nat 20 on it, and I read their yeah, and that was the thing that really fucked me up because I was like, well, I'm like, well, if he wrote like a lower difficulty, I would have been like, well, blah blah blah, I can kind of explain like this still exists even though he's not part of this realm anymore or whatever. But nope, nat 20. I was like, fuck me.
Why'd you roll so well?
Oh.
You weren't supposed to do that.
So that's when you start your backup campaign. Throw them in a completely different direction.
I don't remember what I did.
Trap them all in quicksand.
Yeah.
There you go. That worked.
Oh, what I did do is that there was a dead body involved in that they had just discovered.
Wasn't me.
When they went back into the room the body was, I started it back from there. I was like, okay, I can salvage something. I'm like, oh, there's a murder. I go
Murder most foul.
Like I did like this railroading back to the plot. Like I was like, okay, like now you come upon this body. What do you do? And they're like, well, I'm gonna do this. And I'm like, okay, great. Like we're back on track.
That's funny.
Neil, you get the thing I sent you, Neil?
No, sorry, what?
Check your Twitter. Check your Twitter DMs. Yeah.
Did it involve pink juggalos?
No.
Okay, good.
What was your let's do around the horn. Let me move myself over here.
What's around the horn question? What?
Can I say that they Ollie? Calm down.
We got one. I'm excited.
All right. Okay. I get it, man. I get it. All right. Let me go. I thought I had a thing down here. I thought I had a banner. All right. I'll type up the banner in a second. But what was your very, very favorite childhood game? Like board game? Has to be a board game. Don't hit me with no bullshit where it's got a fucking pogo stick and it's outside. Board game. The general board game.
Can you give us an age?
Little.
Childhood.
Like,
what's
like
childhood?
Before
Through
middle
what
school.
age?
Before middle school.
Before middle school. Okay.
So like 10 and under.
10 and under. Okay.
Okay, so around the horn works. You got to start with the guest, and then we're going to go around the horn. Okay.
Sorry, I'm random.
Okay. All right.
Shit.
Big H, hit us with your favorite childhood game. Board game. Jesus Christ. You may use one lifeline.
Solid. He's on his Twitter.
You're first, Helen.
Am I? Okay, so my
first,
favorite was the ADHD kid in me loved Trouble because of the pop.
Yeah.
You do the poppy pop? Yeah, that was a shit.
Pop-o-matic.
Yeah.
Couldn't cheat in that game.
No.
Fucking little cousin cheating his dick off. There's no way you got all sixes on your first Yahtzee. No way. No way. There's no way. All right. Ali, you're up next.
Neil vanished. Monopoly. My mother, dad, and my parents and I started playing Monopoly when I was 7 years old. We played every weekend for years. So.
And you like each other?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not usually how that story ends.
You still speak?
I had a lot of fun with Monopoly. So.
You must have won then.
Sometimes. Not always.
You didn't.
My mom won more.
How many table flips were there?
None.
Oh yeah, that's
Zero.
only in Canada can a family play Monopoly and not flip the coffee table.
Well, that's because money's pretend there.
Their money is worthless. They're not angry about
Bunch of socialists.
it. All right, Angie, what was your favorite childhood board game?
Well, I was going to say Kerplunk, but it doesn't actually involve a board.
I think that counts. Judges, yeah, I think that counts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What
that's
did
what
you give
counts.
it to?
Okay. It's the only one
You
I was
left.
any good at. That or Chinese
Suddenly,
checkers.
my fucking whole thing went.
Oh, dear.
Something happened here.
I did a lot of car rides playing Chinese checkers when I was growing up. Because we had this like little travel one that we bring with us and stuff, so it wouldn't roll over the back of the car. And seatbelts weren't a thing.
No, we didn't car seat. We didn't seat belt. Hell, sometimes we didn't even seat. Dad had a Charger. He'd fold that back seat down. So it had this big flat thing, and we'd just ride on that.
I had to start telling my dad to wear a seatbelt because he never wore one before. And then when I went to driver's ed, I used to have to tell him to put a fucking seatbelt on. Like I'd be like, Dad.
Yep, I did the same.
Anybody
thing.
ever remember the jump seat behind the front seats in an S10?
Yes, the sideways ones.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
They had them in Rangers too.
that was those little bitty Chevy pickups, wasn't it?
Uno. Uno's a
Yeah.
brutal game, Farron. Like Uno will
You know what
cost some shit.
about cars? I just realized today, I did not know this. Ford has repurposed the name Maverick, and now it's on a truck instead of on a car.
I didn't know it was
I didn't
ever on
know
a
that.
car.
I did. Yeah, it was on a. My parent, one of the earliest vehicles I can remember my parents owning was a Maverick, and we had two of them. We had a green one, and then we had one of the red ones with the white racing stripe on. So,
I'm sorry. Next time I'll read your autobiography before we get in, I'll know.
yeah, okay. I'm trying to roll a joint here. But
All right, who's up next? I think it's
That's
Sweet.
that's the titles of chapters 1 through 5.
I think it's Angie.
I already went.
Angie just went.
Yeah.
I said Kerplunk.
I'm
There were two games that I love playing, so it'd probably be a tie between Acquire and Go.
you
Acquire.
started playing both of those before you were 10.
Yep.
Oh, cool.
I have
Go?
never heard of
As
either
in-
one of those.
As in the game played on the Gobon? Or
Go is an ancient Chinese
no,
game.
okay, that's what I thought it was.
Yep.
I started trying to learn that here lately, actually.
Go is, yeah, good. Dad taught me Go instead of chess.
Yeah.
I'd rather learn Go than chess, to be honest.
Yeah, Go and Acquire. Acquire is where I learned all about capitalism and its and how to make money, and then Go is how I learned how to manipulate people.
Yeah, see. Oh my god.
My Aunt Pam had one of them station wagons. Yep.
Oh
Are
my
those-
god.
What
Those are called
those
rumble
rumble
seats.
seats, right? The backwards facing ones.
When I was when, in the 80s, my parents bought like one of those velvet interior, like really comfy vans to go on road trips with, like up to Canada and stuff like that. And we would
Don't
play
go
on
there,
the
it's
CB
terrible.
radio. We would play on the CB radio, like with my friends when we were like talking to truckers at like 8 years old. Like,
It's the same
What?
thing. We had a
I have a question
mini
real quick.
winnie.
yes.
before everyone keeps on with. I think we're doing Around the Horn. Is that what's happening?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, I'm
Because
sorry.
my internet just took a shit. So
Yeah.
Yep.
all of a sudden everything went fucking squirrely, and I have
Was
no
it
idea what the
in-
question is.
The
Was
question
it
is.
in outer space?
The question is.
Yes, it was.
What was your favorite
All right.
childhood board game?
Oh fuck, that's easy.
Okay.
Okay,
We're on
so-
Sweet.
No, Sweet already
Sweet.
answered.
What
Yeah.
did?
Sweet just answered, so now we're on Jonathan.
Okay. Yeah, definitely Scrabble. Love me some Scrabble as a
I
kid.
love me some Scrabble. My mom is the Scrabble
Whee!
master.
I didn't get good at Scrabble till middle
Yeah,
school.
so I beat her
I-
once. Like my dad stopped playing with my mom because she kept winning over and over again. So like when I go visit her, we play game Scrabble. I beat her once in the 45 years of my existence, and I was drunk when I beater. So I'm very proud of that.
You
That
were drunk as a
alcohol
kid?
That's great.
really brought me to the kind of victory.
She had a constitution
Scrabble is
test
my
one.
favorite.
I will try that because I still haven't beaten my mother at Scrabble.
Yeah, just try it. Some white wine, or maybe some red.
All right, Stephanie, what was your favorite childhood board game?
Little kid, checkers. I used to play with my grandfather, and he taught me how to play checkers. It was pretty cool.
I used to play checkers with my grandma. That's cool. Yeah.
Taking Boomer out, Ollie?
Okay, go take
Exactly, yeah. I want to go take him for a quick walk around the block here. That's why I rolled
Okay.
tonight. If you guys are still on when I get back, though, I'll come back. So.
Okay.
Hey, laters.
Neil.
Stephanie, if you know who Neil Gaiman is and what book he wrote, did you have to do it under threat of having your head crushed with a sledgehammer?
No,
Yeah.
All right, Neil.
I know that book.
no, I enjoyed it. No, no.
If you've read American Gods, you know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
Yep.
Gaiman's one of my favorites. So, and I really dig the Sandman series.
I-
I'm gonna click right now.
We watched the last bonus episode 2 nights ago, and
Which
my
streaming
inner
platform is it
goth
on?
girl is so fucking happy right now.
Yeah.
Like my 90s inner goth, it's like yes, best show ever.
Which streaming platform is Sandman on?
Netflix.
That's why I haven't seen it.
Oh, so good.
It's the only streaming service I don't have.
Oh yeah, I got to get
Second
you my stuff
season.
The
again.
only one I've got.
Dude, I'll give you my password.
I got you. I got you, Sweet. Just remind me because I realized I was like, Sweet's not on here, and it's been a while since you haven't been on there. So I got to get you the thing again.
Are you sure you want me on there? Because doesn't Netflix charge you more if you have IP addresses from all over the place?
How about that, Netflix? They don't tell me how to live my life.
I'm on my
No,
friend.
I got plenty of space. You're okay.
I'm on my friend Disney's Plus, HBO, and Hulu platforms. So I'm like, I like stealing from my friends. So I can share the wealth. Like I gave my friend, I'm like, you can use my Amazon account. Why are you paying for it? I'll do it.
What'd you say yours was, Neil?
My what?
Your game.
Your favorite
Your
board
favorite
game?
board
The game thing, right? I think when I was a kid, it was probably Stratego.
Oh, I love Stratego.
But the thing is I was playing backgammon and chess at like fucking 5 years old. So I was doing chess and backgammon all the time because my uncle taught me all that shit. He taught me how to play poker when I was 4, for fuck's sakes. So oh yeah, I was playing all that kind of shit.
Really?
But but the regular type board games, other than backgammon and chess and poker, I would have to say Stratego or Risk.
Yeah, well, Risk got me in my teens. That was a cool game to play when I was in my teens.
I
But
was preteen when I started playing Risk.
We played Risk in such a way that if you won a battle, you got to go again. So you would just have these mass armies roaming through everything
That's the
you
speed
lost
method.
a
We used to
roll.
do that too.
Until you lost a roll. And then you had people like, splitting their armies up all over the place. And
My ex-husband was awesome at Risk and Monopoly. That both games I would not play with him because he was so fucking ruthless. I was like, I'm done. Like, I'm not having fun. You're just trying to dominate. Like, I'm going to own Asia. And I'm like, okay.
yeah,
I'm like, all right. Well, my ability to fight you has gone down. I am now in Australia. Oh no. Oh
Hitler
dear.
never played
Okay.
Risk when he was a kid.
Seriously.
7 extra men at the beginning of every go and couldn't fucking hold it. Australasia, that's what you get. The purple, you just build up and build up. And build
That's
up.
right. That's right. Yeah.
Yep.
If anybody knows what I'm referencing, good on you. It's
Yeah.
Eddie
Yeah, it's-
Izzard.
That's how you do it, man. You just pile everything on right because there's only one way into Australia.
Yep, there's only one way, and it's
Oh.
Pile
through
that shit up there
Indonesia.
and just
And
plow
also-
everyone at the end.
Also, you would like set the board, and it would just last for weeks and weeks because you had like, and you were like, "Don't fuck up the game. Don't
You had
just
to lock the door too, so nobody went in and flipped the board game over. Right? I used to love Stack. I love Risk. Yeah. But yeah, chess and backgammon, Risk, and probably Stratego, and Othello. Othello was another one I used to love. That's the
You'll like this.
Squares you flip.
You'll like this, Neil. Like, we didn't know that scouts could move like rooks when we first started playing Stratego, and then we started like reading the rules, and we're like, man, we've been playing this all.
All wrong.
Doing it the hard way.
I have
Doing it wrong here.
I have in my closet here. I've got the Pirates of the Caribbean version of Stratego. So
where was that place, Neil?
Why
What's
is
that?
the rum
Where are the
always
pirates
gone?
from?
The Caribbean.
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 The
Caribbean.
The Pirates of the
Caribbean.
Caribbeaners.
Carabiners.
That's the redneck portion of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
Pirates of the Carbiners.
Carbiners. The Caribbean.
I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm fine.
Across the Caribbean or Caribbean Sea.
It's getting past my bedtime.
I didn't get to
turn
say
to a
my.
pumpkin?
I
It's
didn't
like
get to
10.
No, I stayed up
For
way
you.
too late last night.
I didn't get to say my.
Karaoke,
I didn't get to say my game yet.
Oh, what's your
Go.
game?
Go.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
What's your game?
I'm sorry,
No one was
Mikey.
stopping you.
Hi ho Cheerio.
Really?
What
make-
in the
I-
fuck is that?
I used to make everybody play Hi ho Cheerio with me.
That's so funny.
What even is
played
that?
that game with my kids when they were little. I played it
I'm
with my
lacking a
monkey
frame of reference.
Oh, that's
I mean,
So there was a little like.
and you
know
dissed Candyland?
Hey, this had a spinning wheel and cherries. So calm down. You didn't have none cherries. But you know, like the little box like a board game would come into, but you take the lid off and like in there's a little tray with like these little just little hole punctures in there, and then it's painted to look like a tree, and then you put your little plastic cherries in the holes so that the cherries are in the tree, and then there's a little wheel in the middle, and you flick it, and then it would give you a number, and that's how many cherries you got to put in your little bucket. And when all your cherries are gone, then you yell hi ho Cheerio and you win.
So
And
it's
that's
like,
great.
It's like a 4-step game.
The most cherries wins.
It's like literally
Mikey.
three fucking what's it called? Three
Mikey.
turns and you're done. A very
What-
quick
what-
game.
What happens when you lose your cherry?
I'm a child. Stephanie, I'm a child at this point, okay?
so Mikey,
Hey, Mikey,
when
you can now call on people for cherry picking.
I definitely, I was
Yep.
cherry picking like a motherfucker back then.
Mikey, when I Google hi ho Cheerio game, you know how it has the related searches? The
Okay.
first thing right next to it is Candyland.
Yeah, because people want to show what a real game is. It's for comparison.
It's like the next step up from Candyland.
Yes, because
You go
Candyland
from
is for
learning your
peasants.
colors to learning
You know
a few
what?
simple numbers. Yeah.
If you had to actually go through Candyland, like that would be the most fucked up shit.
It's a
Like,
nightmare
right?
field.
Like if you get
Lollipop
stuck
forest,
in
I
the
think
chocolate
not.
bog, like and you're like being pulled down into
Yeah.
chocolate, like you
Oh.
can't move forward. Like that
Okay.
would be the shit. That would not
Chocolate
be a good
golem.
time.
Mm-mm.
And freaking the Baron Licorice or whatever his name is has some like Disney villain like Frollo vibes going on.
It looked like him. Him from Powerpuff Girls.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like that man's a sex offender. Like look at that man. No, he's not.
I
No,
love
the
how
guy that lives in
wonderful
Peppermint
time, but
Forest.
Granny wants to go 9-9.
I'm sorry, I'm going with Peppermint Forest
All
guy.
right, Angie.
Clown. Pennywise.
Nice to see you.
Some shit.
Oh
Good
yeah, it's
having
good
you
to
in.
see you. Love you, Neil.
Good night.
Love to.
Angie,
Bye,
we're now friends.
Good night.
Yay.
Good.
Lovely to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Come to girls' night.
All right, I will. I'll come.
Ahoy there, Pirate of the Caribbean. How the fuck do you find the pictures? That's what I want to know.
Well,
where'd you find a picture of a pirate bee?
Yeah, like, what?
Let's Google pirate bee and who comes up with the same thing. Yep, it was the first image. The first image.
Awesome. Thanks for telling us how the sausage is made. Jeez, sweet. So little wonder left in my life.
The pirate bee and the website that it comes up with, that what website are you looking for? Maybe you're looking for this, is the Pirate Bay.
Oh, what a great web. How many hard drives did I lose to that motherfucker?
Yeah.
Just full of viruses. Just viruses
So many.
I couldn't even.
I got all my textbooks in school off Pirate Bay.
My computer was more virus than fucking programming at that point.
I got all, yeah, I think it was 1999 through 2003. Every textbook I got was through Pirate Bay.
Mikey, how much LimeWire did you use?
That was the other half of my fucking hard drive, was viruses from LimeWire.
Yeah, LimeWire was the one that was full of viruses.
I couldn't afford those fucking Best Buy prices, so I had to go to the internet. It was like $17 for a CD back then. I couldn't afford that shit. I only made $45 at fucking Baskin Robbins.
Oh, Napster.
Yeah, Napster died after '98.
Thanks, Metallica.
And then in between LimeWire and Napster, there was Scour.net. And if you remember that one,
but LimeWire,
Listen,
I know what kind of porn you're into.
like, you don't appreciate porn until you have to wait one line at a fucking time to see one movie. Like, you're gonna wait for that fucking porn, man, because it's the only porn you.
What are you gonna do? Do it while you sleep so somebody can come into your room and see what the fuck you're downloading? Absolutely not. You got to be vigilant. You got to be there so you can minimize the window or stop the download.
You know what? Organ is most sensitive to on you when you are downloading porn. Your ears. So you can see. Here's somebody coming.
There must be an evolutionary advantage to this.
I can't beat off
Jonathan, I have one critique.
Yeah.
You need the officer's hat with the death's head.
I thought about it, but I went with Benito Mussolini's helmet.
Oh, that's what that was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I forgot. I lost it.
That's what I thought.
It's gone.
It's perfect.
Oh, it is an evolutionary advantage because when you're like a proto caveman and that bush is fucking sexy as, and you got to wank one off, you need to have your senses about you.
Otherwise, the tiger's gonna get you while you're
that lump of rock sure looks sexy.
This reminded me, like a few years ago, somebody got attacked by a shark in Sarasota Bay because a girl decided to go night swimming when she was having her period. It's very, very bad idea.
Not swimming at night in the ocean. Are you kidding me? That's where the monsters live. That's where the Kraken grabs you. You become a horror story. Absolutely not.
Grab you in the crack? What?
Mm-hmm. Release the
I've just
Kraken.
seen too many overhead, pictures of like bull sharks and great whites like swimming really close to people. Makes me nervous.
Up here in our neck of the woods here, we've got there have been great whites off the coast here, but it's rare. But we do have a lot of bull sharks, dog sharks, stuff like that. Mm-hmm. I used to swim with them all the time as a kid. Just grab the fin and they tow you around for a bit, and then they turn around and get off me, kind of thing, and then they leave you alone. They're not interested in eating us.
I know, but I'm like,
not risking it.
I have this thing where like
they're not that big here. They're tiny.
Like I have this thing. I'm like, anything that could like do great damage, I feel like you have your realm. Like nature's your place, and I'm going into your ocean, and I feel that I'm like, listen, if somebody came into my fucking house
It's all
And you-
our ocean.
It's
Don't-
yeah. I would be like, it's gonna end bad. So
Yeah,
I
we're
feel
told-
like if the shark attacks me, I'm kind of like, yeah, fair. I went into your house.
This is not my biome.
right.
Key thing is don't dress up like a seal.
Yeah.
So
that's the
not a good idea. Like
can't
Or
keep
big shrimp
wetsuit,
around dolphins.
bad idea. Don't do the wetsuit thing. It's not a good
Listen,
thing.
I think I look sexy in my harbor seal bathing suit. I don't know what you're talking about. I always
Well,
swim this
you
way.
may, but you also may look appetizing.
I know. I look like a whole snack.
That's why he wasn't wearing.
Yeah. I'm attracting the wrong sharks,
Well,
the wrong predators.
They're not very big, the sharks here, so I think
my mechanic told me I blew a seal. I told him to stay out of my personal life.
so I remember thinking that when I was a kid that they were not a kid, but I was like 11, 12, that kind of kid. And I remember thinking that they were dolphins or something. They weren't actually sharks. Because we do have harbor porpoises too. So I'd grab the fin when I saw that, and I couldn't tell you if it was a shark or a porpoise. But it always, every time you do that, it turn around and flick your ass off of them, sort of thing. So,
Get out of here, human.
yeah,
Leave me alone.
much. But yeah, but they're like bull sharks. They're smaller ones though, so they're only about the size of 4-footer or something like that. So not that big, 4 or 5 foot. Which I guess is about average for them. But yeah, and porpoises too. A lot of harbor porpoises. And fucking seals. I see little heads bobbing up out of the water everywhere.
I've never seen one in real life.
Really?
Like, in the wild. I live in the Great Lakes. We don't have seals.
No, you don't. That's right.
No, you wouldn't have seals. We
come
we
out
have
my way.
harbor seals all over the place. And, there was this beloved creature,
And
Andre
otters,
the
too.
Seal. Andre the Seal, who this guy, Henry Goodrich, rescued Andre in Rockland, Maine. And the seal was rescued when it was a seal pup and was damaged and all of this stuff. And Mr. Goodrich, who was a fisherman, suckered this poor critter, and then they eventually, once the seal recovered its health, they took him down to Marblehead, Massachusetts, and dumped him in the water there. It's like, hey, go ahead, have a wonderful life. Well, Andre decided he needed to come back to Rockland every fucking summer. And Andre was rather bold. He would just suck up to everybody. And the lobstermen in Rockland were like, that bastard Andre, it's what the fuck. But there is a statue of Andre the Seal on the waterfront in Rockland, Maine. Still there, because it was kind of a touching story, but a little bit weird. Sorry, I won't tell any more Down East stories anymore.
Oh man!
Can't wait to go up, and I can't wait to go to New Hampshire next, Wednesday. Yeah, I'm leaving Wednesday, so I'll be good.
New Hampshire.
Hey.
What happened to the old one?
Want to meet up in Portsmouth? IRL?
I told you I don't think I'm going to be able to because I'm going to go see my mama.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
So
No,
yeah.
You're fired, Farron. Should have said 40.
That's a dad joke, Farron.
Oh God,
dad joke.
Farron,
Oh, Farron. How the hell did you sneak into my chat? All right, guys, I gotta get some shit going over here. I'm hungry as fuck. I had some crazy bread before the show, but now my.
I think I'm gonna go get another pizza.
I've been eating sliders this whole time.
Have you?
I smoked a 6.5 pound pork butt today, and we ate it all.
That's
I didn't know they made rolling paper big enough for
That's
that.
real.
When you
Only
say
in
we,
I
Nebraska.
like it.
Yeah, I had my brother-in-law, his wife,
I liked it,
two
Neil.
friends from work, my wife, all their kids. There were 19 people in my house.
Oh God.
Oh, that's their house.
Oh yes. All right, thank you, thank you, Tom.
Aaron.
Oh yeah, somebody
Hey.
suggested that I post my
Built.
my wish list links. I guess
Yes.
We should.
I was mumbling about how my birthday's coming up. I've got like 3 different wish lists. So one's
When's
a
your
small
birthday day?
one, October 20th. So it's
All
a
right,
couple
cool.
months away.
Mhm.
But I've got a huge Lego one, and I've got one that's got like camping and automotive type stuff in it, and I've got another one too, but it's only got like a couple of things in it. But yeah, I could probably do that at some point. I went and looked up the Ewok Village one that came out, I think in 2015. I think it came out, or 2012, one or the other. It's now, because it was not a huge run set, it's now $1,300 to $1,500.
What the
What is-
actual?
What
What is?
Yep.
the fuck?
Ewok Village.
Oh.
I've
Well,
seen it.
the
isn't that much
original.
money?
No, I'm not kidding. The original Imperial shuttle is $1,800 right now,
Mhm.
Whoa.
Yep.
and it's big. Like
Retired sets go.
Shit.
this one
yeah.
is $50, and it's half the size of the original. Like
Yeah, but the
Imperial
original was
shuttle.
Shit.
was that not a Ultimate Collector Series version?
What's that?
Was it not an Ultimate Collector Series one?
The shuttle. It was just the shuttle Tiberium or Tidarian or whatever. I keep
Yeah.
forgetting whether it's a B or a D. And it was not a UCS.
I just
Wasn't
looked it up. It's a
UCS.
7. That's weird.
7? No.
So yeah, it's that one is the most expensive set I've ever seen besides the Superstar
Jesus.
Destroyer. The Superstar Destroyer I saw sold on eBay for $2,500.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
fuck.
apparently the original Death Star one is also up there too.
I want $2,500 to throw away money.
Well, I paid $1,000 for the Ultimate Collector Series
Oh, yeah?
Millennium Falcon. So, and as you can see, I spent lots of money on Lego.
I can see.
Mhm.
Yes. Wow.
You're gonna have quite the estate sale.
Yeah, no kidding. Fuck you.
What are we doing with Legos? What are we going to
My-
do with the Legos?
My
My-
wife looked at
my-
me
my
really,
friend-
really weird when I told her that there's somebody that I do podcasts with and that Statler and Waldorf have to go to, and we have to write it in the will.
My friend
So
Jeff.
literally, if something happens to me and you get this letter in the mail with 2 dolls, you know where it came from.
My
You're gonna
friend
put
Jeff
me in the
thanks you.
will?
He's a
You already
designer of Lego things. He is a designer for Lego. And it's pretty weird. You go to his house and he's got this one room where there are a whole shit ton of Lego pieces just all over the floor, and you don't want to go into that room barefoot.
Unless you're 4 years old, because I found that my 4-year-old can run across a floor full of Legos and it doesn't hurt him. It doesn't even phase him. So apparently 39 pounds is the limit for a human
Yeah, that might be
being
right.
able to
You might
run
be
across
right.
Legos just fine.
Yeah.
There's not enough weight there to break the skin or
Yeah.
anything.
You know,
The
if
modern day equivalent of hot coals.
If
You
we-
run across a room of Legos.
if we ever need to get like military secrets out of people, have we considered the carpet with
Full of Legos?
And we just blindfold them and tell them
Like
to walk across the carpet, and then they don't. They
Like
think
it.
they see all the Legos on the floor, so they're just cringing and they're taking step by step. We just move all the Legos out of the way, but they don't know that. And they're just waiting for the Lego to crunch their little space right underneath the knuckle between the
So it's
baby and the ring toe.
It's like Van
So you wanna
Wilder
do
with
some-
the Doritos.
So you want to do some psychological torture? That's what you want to do.
Yeah, but we can use Lego to our advantage here. Highly effective. Oh God.
It's gonna be voodoo dolls.
I just put that up there. Yeah,
I couldn't see the picture very good.
Dressed
Oh.
like a seal, eh?
I don't.
Well, guys,
kink
I'm
man. You dress like a
I'm-
seal. Like, don't kink shame.
Hey, you go.
I'm having some real connection issues here. I don't know why.
Bring us home.
Pokemon.
So I'm going to call her quits. Once again, thank you very much for being the guest tonight, Helen. It was great.
Thank you
having
very much. I had a wonderful time.
And
Thanks, guys, also for hanging out. I appreciate
yeah,
it.
for sure.
I love making
Thanks all you guys
friends
out.
and old friends.
Well, I'm glad. Thank you guys out there in the chat. It's great that you get to hang out with us. I love you guys for doing that. Thanks to my wonderful patrons. Without you guys, the show wouldn't be what it is. So you guys are awesome. And until next time, guys. Like I always say at the end of these after parties, like the late great Carl Sagan once said, "Extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence." And I'm also listening to Carl Sagan's daughter's book right now at work. So that's pretty cool. We'll see you guys next time. Should we go out with technical difficulties or should we just do the regular?
You can do the regular out. Not that one.